Getting things done. Getting things done, often called GTD, was created by productivity consultant David Allen in the early 2000s. The idea is to stop keeping unfinished tasks in your head and move them into a trusted external system. You capture everything that needs attention, clarify what each item actually requires, organize it into the right place, and review it regularly. What makes GTD different is that it focuses less on scheduling every minute and more on reducing mental clutter. It works especially well when you have many different responsibilities competing for your attention.
Time blocking. Time blocking is a system built around assigning specific periods of time to specific activities. Instead of writing study somewhere on a long to-do list, you might reserve 9 to 11 in the morning specifically for studying. The method became closely associated with people like Benjamin Franklin, who planned his day around clearly defined activities. Its strength is turning intentions into actual time on the calendar. Rather than deciding what to do every few minutes, you already know what the current block is for.
The Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique was created by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s. The original method uses a timer to divide work into short periods, traditionally 25 minutes of focused work, followed by a short break. After several rounds, you take a longer break. The system is simple, but that simplicity is part of its appeal. A large task can feel easier when you only have to commit to one short period of focused work. It is particularly useful when starting is harder than the actual work. The Eisenhower Matrix. The Eisenhower Matrix organizes tasks according to two questions. Is this important? And is this urgent? Tasks that are both important and urgent need immediate attention. Important but non-urgent tasks should be planned. Urgent but less important tasks can often be delegated, while tasks that are neither important nor urgent can usually be removed. The system is named after Dwight Eisenhower, who often spoke about the difference between urgency and importance. Its main purpose is to help you avoid spending your entire day reacting to whatever feels urgent.
Kanban. Kanban began in Japanese manufacturing, most famously at Toyota, and later became popular as a personal and software development productivity system. A simple Kanban board has columns such as to do, doing, and done. Tasks move across the board as their status changes. The important difference is that you can see your work instead of keeping everything inside your head. Kanban also encourages limiting how many tasks you work on at once, making it easier to finish things before constantly starting something new.
The Ivy Lee method. The Ivy Lee method is one of the simplest productivity systems. At the end of each day, you choose the 6 most important tasks for tomorrow and put them in order of priority. The next day, you start with the first task and work on it until it is finished before moving to the second. The method is associated with productivity consultant Ivy Lee, who reportedly introduced the approach to Charles Schwab in the early 20th century. Its power comes from forcing you to make decisions before the workday begins.
Eat that frog. Eat that frog is a productivity method popularized by Brian Tracy and inspired by a famous idea attributed to Mark Twain. The principle is to identify your most difficult or important task and do it first, rather than spending the morning on easier tasks. Once the hardest task is finished, the rest of the day can feel more manageable. Unlike systems that focus mainly on scheduling, this method focuses on the order in which you attack your work. It is especially useful when one particular task keeps getting delayed.
The 2-minute rule? The 2-minute rule comes from David Allen's Getting Things Done system. The basic idea is simple. If a task can be completed in about 2 minutes, do it immediately instead of putting it into your task system. Answering a very short email, putting something away, or sending a quick message may take less time than organizing it for later. The rule is designed to prevent tiny tasks from accumulating into a large pile of unfinished work. Its limitation is that you still need judgment, because constantly handling small tasks can become another form of distraction.
The 1-3-5 rule.
The 1-3-5 rule organizes a day around 9 tasks, 1 major task, 3 medium tasks, and 5 smaller tasks. The idea is to create a realistic workload instead of filling your list with more tasks than you could possibly finish. The biggest task receives the most attention, while the smaller tasks provide flexibility throughout the day. It became popular as a simple way to make daily planning more manageable. The system works best when your work contains tasks of noticeably different sizes.
The Seinfeld Strategy. The Seinfeld Strategy is built around maintaining a daily streak. You choose one important behavior, such as writing, studying, or exercising, and mark each day that you complete it on a calendar. As the chain grows, the goal becomes protecting the streak by showing up every day. The method became widely known through a story about comedian Jerry Seinfeld, although the exact origin of the technique is disputed. Unlike traditional task management systems, it focuses on consistency rather than completing a particular number of tasks.